not letting Mr. Haggard, he's not, no, no. I'm sorry. Go ahead, and if you don't mind, Mr. Safari, we are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you, sir. Okay.
On March 14th, 2026, in Harris County, Texas, officer observed a vehicle going 70 miles per hour on Katy Freeway. Officer accelerated their speed to about 110 miles per hour, and defendant continued to accelerate his speed and make multiple lane changes without signaling and weaving through traffic. Defendant reached a max speed of 122 in a 65-mile-per-hour zone. The driver of the vehicle was identified as defendant. The officer observed glossy eyes and a mild odor of alcoholic beverage emitting from his breath. Defendant admitted to drinking one shot known as a B52 45 minutes before the traffic stop. Standard field sobriety tests were conducted, 4 out of 6 HGN, 8 out of 8 walking turns, and 3 out of 4 one-leg stand. DIC was read and the sample was denied. A blood search warrant was executed.
Any prior DWIs?
No prior DWIs, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Safari, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I am now taking your ability to drive away from you. You are not allowed to drive at all. You will sign with me an affidavit. This is a promise that you're going to make to me today that you're not going to drive. If you do, I can have a contempt hearing, and every time you drive, you can be facing 180 days in jail and a $500 fine. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Do not drive. I don't care what you have to do in this life. You do. You will go to jail. As a condition of your bond, you were ordered not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. You will be randomly tested. If you fail to go test, a warrant issues. If you consume alcohol or illegal drugs, likewise, a warrant issues. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance. It is your responsibility to stay in touch with him. If he tells me he cannot get a hold of you because you're playing games, likewise, I will revoke your bond. There are no more PR bonds for you. This is not a revolving door. If I have to put you in jail, I'm going to make your bond high. For now, I'll have you go to Victoria Center Reset. You'll get with Veronica for your bond conditions, and then we'll have you come up here, swear to us that you're not going to drive.
Sir, thank you, Judge. You understand why when you ask me, the way probable cause.
Yeah, I get it, but at 122 miles an hour in a 65,
We'll do better on the direct, on the blood test. We'll test the drink.
do not drive. I'm not going to warn you again.
We get to leave somebody, get your car, it's not get you.
Counsel.
Get so much.
All right, come on.
Thank you, Judge.
Thanks. Mr. Flores, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You've worked out an agreement. They're offering you 30 days in jail with credit for the 2 days that you've done. This charge will go on your record. It will be there forever. Every time you get pulled over, officers will see DWI, DWI. If they smell alcohol or dope on you, what's going to happen?
Don't take me on surrender.
Probably don't have anything if you're going to get in a car and drive. It's not rocket science. Do you understand?
Sir. I'm not listening to her. I want to do this again.
Yet here we are. Second, when is when? Is it going to take prison? Is it going to take a death on the road? How many people say this thing to me on a daily basis, Mr. Flores? Yet the problem is one thing. It's arrogance. People start consuming, and then the all familiar arrogance takes over. I can do this. I can do that. Even if you get the feeling you think you can, don't take an Uber. You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You also give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this agreement, you are stuck with us until it's, well, forever. Do you understand? How do you plead to the offense, guilty or not guilty? I'm going to find you guilty, sentence you to 30 days in jail. When is he going to turn himself in? So I'm ordering you to turn yourself in April 10th. 2026 by 6 PM. If they don't take you, the full range of punishment is available to me. Do you understand? You are still under bond condition in this court. If you consume alcohol, if you consume illegal drugs, if you get called to test between now and then and you fail to go, the full range of punishment is available to you if you violate. Do you understand? All right, good luck to you.
I don't know if I like this.
What did you have in mind? What is it?
60 days.
Hey, did we do a TRAS? I think that's the appropriate thing.
Just, treatment program that he's going. He has a job, he works full time, so he's going to treatment programs between his work.
Tried it, been there, done that, been on probation, got another DWI while on probation.
He hasn't done like a treatment program prior to this meeting.
He completed the DWI education course on February 27th of 2025, victim impact on February 20th, IOP on May 5th, and SLP on August 30th.
This right here is a slow plea to a felony offense. I'm not gonna do it.
Well, it ends up in working out the.
I'm trying to prevent him from ending up in felony court.
I don't think you're gonna have more problems.
Don't believe it for a second. I'm amending your conditions to put you in a treatment facility because I think that's probably the most appropriate thing. Mr. Mayfield, you have continued to violate over and over and over. You're on probation for DWI. You pick up another DWI. While you're on bond for both, you continue to violate conditions. I'm not, this 20-day sentence is a literal slow plea to a felony offense. And I'm trying to prevent you from either killing someone or ending up with a felony DWI, because apparently the message has not gotten through.
There's no violation on this ground since we've been on it. Interlock violation is about interlock control. The violations you're looking at are technical versus curfew. He left an hour early their curfew, so he's down to the airport. He should have gotten an Uber, but he hasn't had any other violations as far as drinking is concerned.
All right, Karina.
Skype is not gonna be an option for him. I don't, think he'll be able to do the job or support his family with that. And that's why I continue to take care of 3 kids off their own while he's there in a treatment facility. And he's already taken steps to put himself in a treatment facility, which is outpatient for the people who do work and support his family. This would be detrimental to him as he goes into society. His wife is actually here today. They have 3 small children under the ages of 10.
Which scares me even more because of all this stuff that we have here since 22, all these cases, all these issues, and he's got 3 young kids. How many times have the kids been in the car when we had all these issues? That to me is so much scarier because
His responsibility.
let me do this. Let me talk to them. I don't think that this is an appropriate. I don't. I'm sorry. I think we're setting him up and setting everyone up for failure.
Been feel for a long time, and I think some of you that not going to be able to go.
I don't believe it. I don't. I know that you're saying that, but evidence everywhere with the contrary.
Send a lot of people, and this is one that I'm shocked even picked up the case. So he has taken steps. I think he was going through.
Kavita, let's do this. Can I help them out so they don't have to wait any longer? And then we'll come back and talk, please. Do you have to go?
I do. I'm having.
Okay, then go. We can tomorrow or the next day,
I'll be in another county tomorrow, so
Friday?
it will hopefully be on Monday, Judge.
Okay, but I'm telling you now,
What can we do to change the mind?
I don't, nothing. I don't think anything. I mean,
And one of the things I would agree with the added for the situation, it would do more for his family than really behind on that.
this is what he needs to think about when he's out there in the free world, right? And when you're on bond for a DWI, you pick up another DWI, these are the things that you think about, not when you're in jail and everybody's, you know?
Alcohol.
Yeah.
No violations.
Okay. Mr. Ortiz, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You have worked out an agreement. They're offering you 3 days in jail with credit for the 1 day that you've done. You need to understand that this charge will go on your record. It will be there for the rest of your life. Even after you die, it's still there. This is important because every time you get pulled over, officers will see this. If you smell like alcohol, if you smell like dope, and they see a prior DWI, what's gonna possibly happen?
They would arrest me.
For the rest of your life, if you have even a sip of alcohol, don't get into a car because it is a huge risk. Do you understand? We want our streets safe. We're not asking for much. You give up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You also give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, this will go on your record. It will stay there forever. From now on, it is a minimum of 30 days in jail. Do you understand? There are no more proverbial slaps on the wrist. I have to suspend your license. I will do it for the minimum, which is 90 days. Do not drive until you get a license. Good luck. Or how do you plead? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I'm going to find you guilty, follow the agreement, sentence you to it. Good luck to you, sir.
GPS fines.
Does this take care of upstairs as well? Okay. You know, there are not many times in life that you get to plead to a misdemeanor and they're going to dismiss a accompanying felony. You're extremely lucky, and I would take that into consideration next time you get into a car. With your criminal history, when you get pulled over, what do you think officers are going to do? Every single time. Ms. Thompson, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 22, and 23 priors. Every time you get pulled over. Do you understand? If you smell like alcohol, if you smell like dope, all you do is you are giving them reason. Life is not hard if you do things the right way. If you want to get lit, drink 52 beers, 32 shots of tequila, don't get into a car. Do you understand? Really, an Uber, $20. It's a geographical oddity. Anywhere you want to go in this life, it's $20 in an Uber. Really. You want to go to Paris, Texas? $20. Really. It's not hard. The agreement that you have worked out is they've offered you 141 days in jail with the credit that you have. As part of this plea bargain agreement, like I said, they're going to dismiss the felony upstairs. You are giving up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You also give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this agreement, you are stuck with us and forever. Do you understand? I do see that you have a prior DWI. I don't know what happened on that other one, but a third DWI, you're looking at yet another felony, a third-degree felony to attend at the penitentiary. Do you understand?
What you just witnessed was Judge Fleischer at his most uncompromising. Across a full docket of driving while intoxicated cases and bond hearings, this judge drew one line and never moved from it. Recklessness has consequences, and this courtroom will not be a revolving door. It started with a man who thought driving at 122 miles an hour while intoxicated was survivable, and walked away with a court-signed promise and a judge's warning echoing in his ears. It escalated to a defendant who was already on bond for a DWI when he went out and picked up another one. His lawyer came in asking for 20 days. The judge called it what it was, a slow plea to a felony offense, and refused. Not because he wanted to be harsh, but because he'd seen where that road ends. And then there was the woman with 23 prior convictions, 23, having a felony quietly dismissed alongside a misdemeanor plea. The judge counted every single one out loud, not to humiliate, to make sure she understood the weight of what she was carrying and what she was being given. What makes Judge Fleischer's courtroom so compelling is not just the authority, it's the reason behind it. Every bond condition, every refusal, every hard speech about Ubers and arrogance and children in cars, it all comes from the same place. He is trying to stop something worse from happening. Whether he succeeds depends entirely on the people sitting across from him, but he is going to make sure they heard him first. If you found this case as eye-opening as we did, hit that like button. You drop your thoughts in the comments and subscribe for more real courtroom breakdowns, because justice never gets old.